Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second race between Bonus and Nevdi. I am Zeb316. I am your commentator, and I am joined by Austin. How you doing, Austin?
Hey Zeb, doing good. And with us on tracking, we're gonna have Stack, and we're into another full area seed as Nevdi picked week 5 is for game 2.
Yeah, I know that Nevdi really likes Week 5. I think that he would not have chosen this if he had won that first game. Because he would have wanted to save it for top 4. But having lost already, he felt like he needs this one and really wanted to pick that, so...
Yeah, so feeling the pressure.
With this, I think that Nevdi likes this a lot because there's area randomization, which I don't necessarily think plays to divergence quite well. It plays to divergence, but it plays like there's so many different things going on that odds are each way is going to have some good, some bad, and kind of even out somewhat. And with it being major minor, I think that is a lot better for Nevdi than full, where sometimes you'll go through an area one way, find an item right away, and the other person will just go through it the other way and find it as the last item. Or major minor has a lot less divergence in that way.
Yeah, there's only a few set locations to check, so it can come down to which areas are completely skipped. It's like the big time differences.
But Nevdi and I have talked about it a lot, and I actually like area a lot because a lot of times races just kind of come down to one player finds a suit early. And area races actually tend to be a little bit less of that because, yeah, one person might find a suit early, but they can't really press that advantage quite as much as they would like to. Because they still need to find all these area transitions, and that gives the other player who didn't find the suit a lot more time to catch up. Nevdi taking a hit. Oh, okay, but he finds Red Tower, so that's pretty good for him. But getting back to what I was talking about, where in vanilla map, if one person finds the suit early, they can really start pressing that advantage and pretty much end the game, like, really quickly. Like, make it completely uncompetitive, whereas in area rando, it's a lot harder to do that. And there's Rex Ship. So vanilla bosses, but no E-tanks for Nevdi.
No supers either, as Bonus finds supers first once again.
Yep, no supers here either. So Nevdi won't be able to find check Spazer either because of no supers.
How about this? This is going to be that divergence early on. Especially from here on out, you can't really predict how your opponent goes through the seed.
Yeah.
So just gotta do your own thing for the most
That's
part.
also something that I kind of tend to like about these seeds. A lot of the time in kind of vanilla map, you or your opponent can make kind of metagame decisions where you decide, well, my opponent pretty much always goes down or up or whatnot, so I want to do the opposite or the same kind of a thing. In this, you can't really do that. You have to just kind of play your own game and hope it works out. But both sides of Rex Ship now found.
Yeah, this red tower today is closing loops.
Hopefully Nevdi will find something down here that he can continue through at least. Because otherwise, if he has to go back to Criteria, this will be really bad for him.
Yep, X-ray deboost, incredibly unsafe right now, even though it's a major this time. And can't really check any of the other locations here, looking for supers. So just area information.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that Nevdi... I think I would have gone back and checked the other portal there. Because you're probably going to want to continue through into criteria here. So going back now to check it would be good. Although he just doesn't check it at all. Which makes some sense. You still have 2 portals there. Did Bonus not check the top portal either?
Yeah, ran right past it. So
Yeah, I
again,
think that
check
Bonus
Spacer and then
definitely
turn
should have
around.
checked it. But... yeah, it makes some sense to check Spacer first, but I think that in this situation I would want to check the portal first, because odds are you're not going to want to continue through it, I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I would think. And then maybe check the tube after and try to continue through that one.
Nevdi's still looking for supers.
Well, there are some here in criteria. Just have to go to the right place.
Okay,
230 has
good.
some.
That's good for Nevdi. It would have been really very unfortunate for him if the only supers were at Old Mother Brain.
We get the Meridian map at the upper bottom door here.
You could
Actually
check,
gonna run back across the surface.
you could do a gravity jump, I think, to check the bottom of through the door, given how those were lined up. To check the bottom of West Meridia's entrance as well. But that would be pretty annoying and probably not worth it at this point.
That's something that I always wanted to try out, see if it was possible. It sounds like it is.
I know that Cutie did it in his race versus Nevdi. But I don't know if he had speed.
But this is Bonus running back across criteria for these 2 entrances here. And Nevdi running back to Red Tower.
Yeah, I think Nevdi going back to Red Tower now that he has supers makes sense. Especially because he has some transitions he didn't check. I also think that Nevdi going into criteria there may have been kind of a metagame play, because he thinks that Bonus probably didn't do the same thing he did, so he would want to make sure to get the same items Bonus did, possibly.
We get a front of Lore Norfair there at the criteria crabs.
Yeah, that entrance is normally pretty useless, unless back of Lore Norfair is kind of like you're forced to go through the front, or if it's like somewhere way better at the front than the back is.
Yeah, it's very important to know if the other end of Lore Norfair is closed off or not with a dead end.
And nice CWJ.
Second try. Second try CWJ, and finds Upper Norfair.
Yeah, that's a tough one to get through on 3 tanks.
I'd still like to continue through it, though.
Yeah, that's not crazy at this point. Bonus doesn't have the same information that Nevdi does about all of the Red Tower transitions. I think I would prefer checking Wreck Ship to doing that at this point, but... And we have a East Meridia, front of East Meridia, at the tube. And it looks like Nevdi is going to be going back across over there. Also, I actually think that for Bonus, not having checked a bunch of transitions, there's a pretty good chance that Green Brinstar is somewhere that he hasn't checked yet. And I think that you kind of want to try to get there first if you can, because it's so dense and pretty quick to get through, versus doing kind of slower checks in other areas.
Yeah, Green Star is still pretty big. Might be expecting Nevdi to have like made this check already though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe this is a
It's-
play where it's like, if this is crate, I don't want to just lose, kind of a thing.
But it's still like ult runs are pretty slow in comparison to coming to these other areas.
Yeah, especially if you find. I think he's pretty happy to find that. I think he'll probably do wreck ship when he finds it too.
I think you should always do like at least the
Mhm.
right side super is part of Rockship and the boss.
Checking the miner too. It's actually kind of a slow miner, because of the water, when you don't have gravity suit. But when
Yeah.
you're this early into the seed, miners are pretty nice to find.
Yep, it's all underwater. You gotta climb your way out, and then you can start going across. But you do want to be collecting miners in a major miner item randomization. A little harder to get charge beam with all the E-tanks in the item pool for majors.
Yeah, I tend to like to play for ammo in major minor and charge in more Chozo and full countdown kind of seeds.
It's kind of how I feel going into them, like
Mhm.
how I can play them. Of course, depends on the seed, whether it plays out that way or not.
Nevdi having a lot of issues with this. CWJ. One of those tricks that's just so hard to be consistent at it that sometimes you just end up taking multiple minutes there. Nevdi is going through this. Did he take a save at the ship?
Probably at some point, just for power
Oof.
bomb repel.
I think he's dead.
From here, probably.
Oh, no, never mind. This is close.
Yeah, this can get the farm.
Oh, he had it.
Oh no!
Needed to pause.
I need to pause. Hit 0 before gaining the health.
I wonder if he'll go back. I don't think so, given that there's a CWJ in the way. Yeah.
CWJ is an easy way to lose tens of seconds going for that. But now we have Nevdi about to follow into where Bonus is. Bonus already has the boss down. He can start making checks here. Oh, actually,
Oh,
never mind.
yeah, this is probably a better entrance for Nevdi.
You're definitely more used to coming through this way. So at Bubble Mountain area, 3 tanks is just enough to get the speed booster check. I think the reserve is also reachable if you start at full health. And then Wave
Yeah.
Beam is a scary one.
Yeah, Wave Beam's tough, but doable, especially if you find like anything that helps you out there. Like with Wave Beam, a space jump would help a lot.
Yeah, whatever the major here is at speed, it's gonna decide how easy these remaining checks are gonna be.
Nevdi actually didn't get a full health drop on that last one. So started running at like 270 or 370 instead of the full 399.
Yeah, you really need full health for this run, but it gets an E-tank, so that's fine.
So now he should be fine to get all of the other majors here.
So bonus gonna continue on, but needs to watch the power bomb count as well as health count.
Yeah, this is a pretty awkward area. Our ship is pretty slow too.
Yeah. So for the E-tank, you gotta do this bomb jump to get through the sponge bathroom. Gets it first try though, so that's well
nice
done.
That can be a tough one. It's normally not too bad, but I don't know, sometimes I just have some issues with it.
It's not something you want to be going for on 1 or 2 power bombs.
Yeah.
You want a little wiggle room.
Just a reserve at Norfair Reserve. And speed at Wreckship E-Tank.
Speed's a good find. Just a great item in itself, and also it's going to open up the reserve location.
Nevdi, yeah, just resetting. That's smart. I don't think he saved after getting that E-Tank from speed, so I think he's going to need to kind of do that again. It would have been pretty nice to keep that reserve. Just having 5 E-Tanks for this instead of 4 is pretty nice, but mostly for the Reverse Cathedral Hell run. More so than anything else, I think.
Yeah. Keeping the reserve itself is a time commitment in filling your lost health and the reserve. But since he has to come back for the E-Tank, it's probably better to have kept it.
Yeah. If he could have.
Yep, he could have.
Maybe he should probably just be going instead of... Oh, he's just checking wave. Okay, this makes sense too.
Yeah, both of them doing checks where you gotta be tight on resources. We get to look at power bombs again for bonus. Gonna have to use one to jump the little dip here.
Yeah, he's not gonna have... Oh wait, he already checked the reserve, yeah. So he'll be fine. Just need tank at wave.
It's a pretty good find.
Yeah, did bonus didn't check it. The reserve, okay.
No.
That's pretty bad for him.
With wave beam and speed, it could have checked it pretty fast.
Yeah, he's... You need 3 power bombs. You're not getting 3 power bombs here.
Yeah, it would be 3. But could have checked the miners that are up here for power bomb packs.
Yeah, I don't think that he thought about it until after he got into the hole already. Which was the issue. Maybe if he gets 1, he would go back out through the hole.
It is possible to get out the hole without one by doing a bug boost.
Yeah.
But I don't know who would know that. You also have
I
to
think
pre-shoot the shot block.
I think it's just faster to go through bowling and then come back at this point if you want to get the reserve item. That's a really frustrating thing to miss, though, in a race. Just miss your PB count. Something that's pretty easy to happen.
It's something that's happened to me enough that I try to always farm the PP dropping enemies, like in the lower parts of the ship. Every
Yeah,
time.
go into Sponge Path a few times to get some PBs. And we have Green Brinstar, so that's a big find for Nevdi. Not going to be checking the bottom right portal yet. There's another power bomb pack too, which is something that Bonus would really like. Wait, how did Bonus got 2 power bomb drops?
What?
Looked away for a moment. He needs 3 though. He's not going to be able
Yeah.
to do this. Oh, and there's
Just need
Various
3.
Suit for Nevdi. Wow. Hopefully Bonus doesn't try to
I think you could go through the gravity door to despawn the Chozo. Go right? No, you need screw attack for that. So yeah, you need 3. So it could get tricked into soft locking here.
yeah.
Or it could go for the minor check. I hope it's power bomb. Yeah, this one miner here on the Chozo statue.
Not quite soft locked yet. Not until this isn't a power bomb and he lays the other one.
Is it even bad to soft lock though?
Uh,
I guess we'd have to re-pick up speed is the thing.
yeah. Yeah, I think that speed is going to be pretty annoying to pick back up. Yeah, I think it's really annoying to end up messing up these things. But I think that you just kind of have to, like, say, well, I messed this up. I orphaned the item instead of trying to farm power bombs like he did.
Yeah, it did spend a good chunk of time looking for power bombs. So, leaving the item behind and spending that time feels bad. So, Nevdi has found a Various suit.
Is that charge beam?
Yep. It still has the reserve location to check, and it's going to leave behind Waterway.
Yep, once Bonus gets here, he'll be able to check Waterway, which is a pretty nice advantage.
Yep, Bonus taking this time to refill on power bombs. Recently had a need for some. It looks like we're back to picking up miners. Expectation of missing charge beam.
Nemdi skipping that E-tank. Might have picked that one up still. You might have to do a lore Norfair, like, on this kind of a loadout. And when you have a loadout that's anything like this, every E-tank makes a huge difference in lore Norfair.
I've definitely seen seeds where they give you an early Various suit and then just make you do lore Norfair with very little else. And we're gonna get this elevator for Greenburn Star, but didn't ever see the new bridge transition.
Yep. And that's actually a really nice find for Nevdi. It's going to be able to check ice and high jump. That's kind of interesting. Nevdi could go through that, the Meridia, because we know where Crab Hole goes.
We're getting some X-ray deboosts.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like.
Did bonus
Just have to
not
turn
turn
off
off
speed.
Yeah, I didn't think I saw that.
So bonus doesn't have any backups for this if he does fall, but does have enough health to make it back.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of health. For at least one failure of this. And there's space jump for Nevdi, which also would be nice for bonus.
Space jump saves time in a lot of places if you get it early on. So it's really nice to see that.
Yeah. Especially, the fewer movement items you have, the better space jump kind of is. Once you have all the movement items, space jump is a lot less valuable, but without any, it's really nice. And there's high jump boots for bonus.
Yeah, so this is bonus with high jump and speed. So kind of makes up for not having space jump.
Yeah, for sure. We haven't found gravity suit either, so those high jump boots could be required.
Just gonna jump off of spikes to get back. There's the Sloters refill outside if he wants the full health.
Yeah, we'll see. If he wants to be checking Norfair, I think that makes a lot of sense. If he wants to... I think the Norfair is kind of like... Is there anywhere else he can really go?
Norfair itself is a good set of checks to be making.
Yeah, especially when you have speed. A lot of the time I like to kind of wait on Norfair until I have a bit either more energy, speed boost, or something like that to make the checks a bit quicker. Because doing hell runs without anything and on low E tanks can be pretty slow. But once you have speed, it becomes a lot better to do those checks.
Actually forgot Nevdi doesn't have the high jump boots. It's bonus. I was wondering why he didn't go to Mama Turtle.
Yeah, I think going through this way makes sense for Nevdi. You kind of want to get back to Red Tower anyway. Go to Wreck Ship.
Yeah, for Nevdi, Wreck Ship seems like the play. Could do Lower Norfair.
I think not having that Green Brinstar transition, I'd be a little worried about that for Nevdi, because that could be Kraid. Nevdi also gets that X-Ray, which will be pretty nice to pick up.
Yeah, X-Ray having high jump boots. That'd be nice for Nevdi to have, or he had to go through some water sections.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, having space jump gonna make it free and pretty fast.
Yeah.
Whereas we have bonus in the Bubble Mountain area now. Has more health than Nevdi did, and speed and high jump. So gonna feel a lot better about these checks too. And then with these E-tanks, isn't gonna have to farm much either. But when you're getting E-tanks, you're not getting other progression items.
Mm-hmm. Nevdi does pick up those high jump boots now.
Yep. Accidentally shoots the shutter too early.
Mm-hmm.
Has to wait for it. I find a lot of these upper Norfair transitions just feel bad to check.
Yeah, they're kind of sporadic, other than the ones next to high jump and ice. Like they're kind of all over the place.
Yep. Like without Varia,
Mm-hmm.
getting to the back of Lower Norfair one is bad.
Yeah.
Chronic boost is off on its own. With the items bonus has, the croc door isn't too bad.
Yeah, the croc door is
Just,
the one
just
that
go watch your
normally is
health.
the least bad out of those three. But if you have a way to get to high jump and ice from there, and you want to get to them. So I think, if Wreck Ship Reserve isn't the answer for Nevdi, after Wreck Ship, I think that he will have the options of Waterway, Mama Turtle, and Lower Norfair. Trying to think. I guess he could go
Sounds
back to
about right.
the some of the one transition he skipped, the Green Brinstar one.
Yep. That'd be pretty close to Waterway.
Mm-hmm.
That would work out.
Bonus seems to be pretty careful here.
Yeah, Bonus actually took some bad hits, and
Yeah.
that does a lot of damage.
And this is just a reserve.
But did take a save before coming here.
Okay, yeah. Then that's fine.
Yeah,
Doesn't
didn't
really
need the
move.
reserve. Like Bonus going straight for the items.
Yeah, I think this makes some sense. These are pretty close together. I don't think he's seen either of the front of Lower North or of Upper Norfair, the transitions up here. So I think it makes sense to try to kind of check those ones first, because they're faster without having your health draining. And he'll be
Yep,
rewarded actually with Green Brinstar too, which he'll be able to find his Varia. Although he would have found it faster if he had taken the other transition.
But can't know that in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, coming over here, getting these two checks. You are looking for majors. This gets you straight to the majors.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to make the other area transition checks safer later on and faster.
Yeah.
So Nevdi's clearing out Wreck Ship. It's this E-Tank location that had the speed booster. And Nevdi also has an extra power bomb pack, so it isn't going to run into power bomb issues or health issues. While he's up here.
Just got a much better item loadout than Bonus did. he was here. Wreck ship on a minimal item loadout can be pretty rough.
That's just part of coming here later.
Mhm.
Has collected more items by this point.
Yeah.
Like as we saw earlier, it was bonus and wreck ship on minimal items, and Nevdi and Upper Norfair on minimal e-tanks.
Mhm. I think bonus will find the Green Star first. I think he should turn around and check the other portal afterwards, but we'll see if he does.
Portal is right there,
Yeah.
and information is valuable.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Does
we'll
mean
get to
they
see
can't.
what's that wreck ship reserve.
Yeah, this is the easy way to check it.
Spring ball.
Spring ball.
That could be a required spring ball. But if it's not, then that's not a bad skip for bonus.
It's not that required. It's not that likely to be required.
Yeah, that's actually true. Because you have the upper West Meridia entrance already. So it's hard to like make that required.
Yeah, it's hard to require the spring ball anywhere. I can't really think of the place.
Yeah.
So, feeling pretty safe with that spring ball skip,
Mm-hmm.
but he doesn't know what the item was. Bonus doesn't. And soon enough, we'll see what's that waterway, which is what Nevdi left behind.
Yeah. And if nothing's there as well, then I think bonus kind of has two chances to kind of pull ahead here. Either with that waterway being something good, or with the transition being good. But if neither of those are good, then I think that this is pretty even, and I think Nevdi might have a bit of a lead.
Yeah, we're gonna see Nevdi having to make a decision first.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll depend on Nevdi's decision entirely. Because I think that if Nevdi decides to go back to Transition and Waterway before War and Norfair, I think he's probably just a little behind, no matter what. Where if he just goes straight into War and Norfair, then it'll depend on what's here. But if Nevdi decides to come back here, then he's just like a set distance behind instead of very behind. If there's something here. No, Nevdi, you don't want to go up there.
Yeah, we're playing another full area randomizer seeding. So it's 2 in a row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
those
it starts to get hard to keep track of what's where.
really easy to think, oh yeah, this is here because this was here last seed kind of a thing. Front of War and Orfair was not at the... Or, no, it was, yeah. Criteria grab room. I misread that. Yep, that's right. It looks like Nevdi is likely headed to War and Orfair. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, never mind. So it looks like Nevdi will just be a little bit behind bonus, regardless of what happens now. Or regardless of what's at waterway.
But we'll find out very soon. Bonus in the waterway room with the speed booster, so we can get this check. Also got another power bomb pack. I'm sure he's happy to find that.
Oh, and his gravity. Nevdi going this way. Oh, he's filling up power bombs. That makes sense.
So that's a interesting spot for gravity, right next to Varia.
Yep, and Nevdi will be getting that really quickly, so... Bonus's ammo's a little bit better, too.
Yep, just a bit. But Bonus ahead to the gravity suit, and with better ammo. And with that super pack...
Nevdi does have the spring
close.
bow advantage, and that can't be overstated.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to these slinkies in Green Hills. It's a bonk
I do
on
feel like
Bonus's side.
Nevdi generally does have a bit better movement than Bonus. I think that he's like... maybe... I think he's less than a minute behind. But he's also some ammo behind, which could also play into this. Oh, and it was Torian. Okay, so Torian is there. We've only seen... Have we seen both halves of East Meridia?
Yes, we have.
Okay. Seen both halves. I think... Does Kraid have to be at the end of Lower Norfair?
It's possible. I got some holes in my tracker.
Oh yeah, we're missing top right of West Meridia too, right? And and this portal the bonus is going to as well.
Yeah, we want to keep an eye out for Croc.
Yeah, we haven't found Croc either. That's right.
So I don't want to go to the far side of Lower Norfair until we know whether it's Croc or not.
I think that's actually less important. It's more important now that you know where Torian is. I guess, if you can find the back of Lower Norfair, you'd be happier than going through the front. But if that's slow, Nevdi, yeah, you want that super. If it's really slow to get to the back half, then going through the front's fine. So now they're even on ammo.
Yeah, they've kind of split up though. Like they were right together at Waterway, but now they're in different places. So we can't side by side them and decide it on execution.
Yeah, I think this will come down to routing at this point. Yeah, and I think this makes a lot of sense for Nevdi, going to check this transition. Did Nevdi skip the Lava Dive Upper Norfair side transition? I don't think he saw
I'm
that.
not sure.
And it's Kraid. Okay, so what Nevdi? Oh, he's worried about his power bomb count.
And it's pretty safe to expect a power bomb from Crid.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Look, the crabs are right there, and they're going to give you a power bomb.
Yeah, and you probably want to wait on the miner until you're on your way out, just to make sure that you picked up a power bomb from Kraid.
It's also a factor. Like expecting an ammo finish, you are going to want the minor check.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also 2 majors here at Crade.
Yeah. I'm not even sure you check them. I think you probably do.
Look for ice and charge.
Mm-hmm. I think those are basically it. Like, screw would be kind of nice, plasma would be kind of nice, but...
But we have seen most of the E-tanks.
Mm-hmm. But not all of them.
Yeah, never all of them. There's always more E-tanks. And Bonus is hoping to keep their super count high for this part. I spent a few in Worst from the Game, and that's a place I like to use regular missiles to kill those pirates.
Yeah. I tend to use supers because it's faster, but if you're like worried about your ammo for Ridley, then using regular missiles makes a lot of sense. Oh wow, that is huge. I think that's very likely to decide this race. I think that charge being there, because I think the bonus will have to like kind of continue to play as though he's not going to get charged for a while. And just needing to check more minors will really slow him down as he's going through this.
Yeah, Bonus is probably going to get in ammo go mode by the time it gets to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And Nevdi can stop checking right here.
I would have... So where was the front of East Meridia?
The tube.
Okay, then this is better. Then yeah. This is much better. I was thinking about going through the back of East Meridia. But with this, the way the transitions are, this makes way more sense. Both runners being on 5 power bombs still, though, or 10 power bombs without ice.
Yep, Nevdi has the items for any percent Platoon, as well as 8% Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing some X factors here. Does feel nice to like be going through a part of the map where, like with an item set you've practiced with, it feels like you play it better than other rooms.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the times I feel like I don't play a seed very well, but it's just because I end up with a weird item loadout instead of a one that I'm used to. And I actually think that now that Nevdi has picked up Charge Beam, I'd be more inclined to pick up, or to look at more majors instead of less inclined. Because now the number of majors that actually help you went up from like 2 to now like 3 or 4, kind of? 3-ish?
I feel like the beams don't help that much with this amount of supers.
Yeah, that's true. I guess Phaser wouldn't really be that valuable. I think Plasma would still help a pretty reasonable amount, and Ice would be really nice.
Yeah, Plasma also just would feel nice to have.
Mm.
I play better off of that. Yeah, I'm worried about a Crocomire at back of Lord Norfair here.
Yeah. I think it has to be, doesn't it?
I think so too. And that would be a check that Nevdi wouldn't be making.
Well, I don't think Nevdi checked the upper Norfair lava dive entrance. So he doesn't necessarily know the croc is here, but I do think that he would go. He might actually go check that before going into Lord Norfair. On the chance that it could be back of Lord Norfair. And if it's not, then you know where back of Lord Norfair is. Because I think that's the only one that Nevdi still has left. Oh, they both knew that? Okay, never mind. I'm being silly. Yeah, that's right. It was Chronic Boost Emote, yeah. Because Nevdi tried to go through that. Yeah, so Nevdi knows that. So he should be able to avoid going to the end of that then.
It'd be a nice chunk of time that Nevdi could save. Making that. But he's head towards Lord Norfair right now. As Ridley's his last boss. Bonus still has to find Kraid and then go through Meridia. And it's also hard to say how many entrances Bonus has left unchecked. It can't be too many.
I think it's just the I think he knows everything now. He just doesn't like. He knows that West Meridia goes to Kraid. He just hasn't been there yet.
That sounds right. And then afterwards, Torian's in Green Brinster, so they gotta make their way back to that. High five at the elevator.
Mm-hmm. And Bonus does have enough ammo to beat the game now. I'm curious if we see him check any more majors, or if he just skips them at this point, because once you've got that ammo go mode, the only item left that would really help him is ice.
Yeah, but Bonus has seen even more of the E-tanks and reserves now. So Ice has fewer possible spots.
Nevdi refusing to give this fast pillars up. Until he does.
It's now slow pillars.
The bonus, the area that he's going to be in, is going to be much better than Nevdi's area. But I don't think that will make up for having to do all of East Meridia. Like, Nevdi's kind of already, like, partway into Lore Norfair, and Bonus will have to do Kraid too. This kind of feels like the opposite of the last seed. Where here, if Bonus didn't have to do Kraid, then this would be pretty interesting, I think. Where last seed, it was if Nevdi didn't have to do Kraid, then it would have been pretty interesting.
One is still scouting the area transitions here in West Meridia.
Okay, maybe he didn't check that one.
Yeah, they found map room and the topmost from elsewhere. But Yeah, I should know that crate is over here on the right side.
Yeah. And this should be the last miner that bonus picks up. 60/60 is pretty comfy ammo, as long as you can get the speed zap skip.
Yeah, going out of your way for more would just be adding time to checks that you really can't afford to be making against a Nevdi.
Yeah. Chad is pointing out that bonus might want another PB pack too. It's a lot less bad to go into Torian on 10 in area rando where the elevator refills you than in normal, but it would still be nice to have 15.
I think you're trying to avoid having to count on the double power bomb drop.
Yeah.
So you just go for the elevator refill right away.
After room 1. Yep. Nevdi's still checking, which, like I said earlier, makes some sense. Picks up bombs.
Wants a fuller tracker.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that pickup, but...
But this is still looking like our final loadout. Definitely on Nevdi's side.
And bonus is checking majors still, so I think he'll probably get that charged.
It'd be super comfy on E-tanks for this Mother Brain fight.
Yeah. Nevdi just picked up those bombs, so wants to use them. Intentionally not getting that wasteland speedball, I'm sure.
Yeah, so this time, instead of ice advantage, it's going to be the super missile advantage.
Nevdi, what are you doing? Maybe he doesn't know that this is crocked. I think he's far enough ahead that this won't matter, but...
It shouldn't. Oh,
okay, never mind.
Want to die.
I guess, yeah, that's... He's got plenty of energy, though. Especially with space jump. Although, when you mess up like that, I guess that... I take back what I said.
Yeah, that right there is probably the worst pirate. He's gonna fall on his head unless you have a plan coming in. Yeah. Gold pirates are only 50 damage, so can't afford a few hits.
I'm curious on this energy if maybe it was better to just go through the fast pillar's way again. Although he's probably got enough. You could like damage boost and then killed exactly enough enemies there.
Yeah, luckily the door opened at the end. And we did see bonus pick up third power bomb pack, so not gonna have to take the refill for Metroids. But we're gonna see Nevdi on his way to Torian as bonus enters East Meridia. So that's kind of the size of the gap we're looking at.
Nevdi will be going back into Lava Dive Upper Norfair entrance, over to Croc entrance, and that'll take him right next to that other Green Burn Star door that goes to Torian. Bonus decides that 11 E-tanks is enough.
Yeah. Has space jump, so it doesn't have to go for full halfy. Just space jump across.
Yeah, this race is probably less close than the last one was.
Didn't get a slinky attempt. So maybe Springball didn't decide it.
Yeah.
But that decision by Nevdi to go back for the waterway check really paid off. Just
Yeah.
a timely choice.
Yeah, it would have been pretty easy just to go into Lord Norfair at that point.
Yeah. And from there, you're continuing into Croc.
Mhm.
Those two checks.
Yeah, I think that the wreck ship may actually... He was farming there for a long time. I think that might actually be the full difference. I think Nevdi, or Bonus is probably like 3-ish minutes behind.
I can't really look at their expected path through the map to make a guess at that. So this 102.30 for Nevdi entering Torian.
Although
The
he already
second
killed
time.
2 of the rooms worth of Metroids.
Yeah, 2 rooms worth, really. Looking for power bomb drops at that point, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it makes some sense to go into the second room. If you're a derp, then you can go into the third room, having gotten 0 drops, and be okay. But for most people, I think that once you have that second room not give you anything, you definitely just go back and refill.
If it pays off, then it's a significant time save.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit less so in area randomizer, that elevator refill, than Derp's race.
Yeah. I don't think that Bonus is going where he wants to go. Yeah, Bonus is just kind of lost, I think.
It's looking lost. The Forgotten Highway Crab Maze.
So I take back my 3-minute estimate. This will probably be a little longer of a difference.
Yeah, for bonus, this would be the bottom right door. Then run across the criteria, take back to Upper Norfair. A bit of a trip through a couple areas.
Going back into Meridia.
So Nevdi doesn't need to get speed zeb skip. It just save time because charge wave shots aren't great damage.
Yeah, it would. I think it would save a significant enough amount of time that I would be willing to just like just do speed zeb skip until I get it, basically. Because Nevdi just lost a lot of ammo there.
That's enough supers to half finish the fight.
Mhm.
Could add
I
in
think
some X factors.
this is the difference between like 50 charge shots versus if he had gotten speed zeb skip, I think it would have been something like 20 charge shots. Or even less, probably like 15-ish. Around there, 15 to 20. Probably like 17 or so, 17 and 18.
I think Bonus knows where he wants to go, but still looking a little worried. Gonna take this left side down, Crumble Tower to get to the Croc door. That'd be to Green Burn Star.
Yeah, there are actually a couple of kind of interesting routing decisions that Bonus still, like, even at this point has to make. He could have gone just into the left door there and gone through Greenburn Star that way instead. He could have gone through Frog Speedway to get here, or he could have done this, so... Even at this stage, still had a few options that, like... Because you don't really normally think about those kinds of... What's the fastest way to get to that portal in that kind of a context?
Those are like routes that you try to think about afterwards. Like, you make a guess in the race, then if it doesn't feel that great, you can come back to it later.
Yeah.
Time it out. This is about 5 minutes apart.
Yeah, kind of crazy given that they were like basically in almost exactly the same position after Waterway. Just some decisions after that changed the outcome of this race so much.
Absolutely. Both getting Gravity Suit just about the same time. Nevdi had the Varia suit advantage for quite a while.
But didn't really get to take much advantage of it. Had already finished the Upper Norfair, like the hard hull runs, once he had Varia.
Yeah, so I didn't get too much benefit or disadvantage out of it. Like, didn't follow it to Lore Norfair. It's more like they just swap places.
Yeah.
And then they both had all the items. But Nevdi did get the charge beam significantly earlier and was able to skip a bunch of minor checks, save time off of that.
Yeah, I think that was part of it, but I don't think that... I think that's actually a smaller part than a couple of other things, which is mostly just routing, where Bonus didn't know where Croc was, so he had to check the back of Lore Norfair, and then he got kind of lost for a while. I think that those are kind of bigger problems for him than the charge beam was, but I think the charge beam would have been enough anyway. Even without those things.
Yeah, then it was charge beam in the Craig's Lair area.
Mm-hmm.
which is that dead end that you are looking for when you go to where Croc ended up being. It's like double benefit. We're gonna
Interestingly,
see.
in both races, the losing runner missing baby skip and the winning runner getting it.
With this, Nevdi gonna win on his settings pick. Go back to enter the ship, take first place. So he gets to win with a 110.38 and wins game 2. That means we're getting it game 3.
Yep, and bonus has forfeited, so be moving straight into that. It looks like they actually started that about 2 minutes ago now, but so we'll have about 8 minutes of delay to wait for that to start. So we'll take another short break and we'll be back and ready for that game 3. So we'll see you guys back here in 8 minutes or so.